Hi guys, it's Kay Comer in here with you, and I've got a book that I'm going to just kind of do a quick flip through on this one because this was a special request, and I've even asked her just to watch the video. I don't want payment made on the book until she actually sees the video, and she's sure this is what she wants because she had a couple of special requests for the book. So we'll just start. She wanted the old grandma scrapbook type look, and but with some specific things in there. So we have the old cabin on the front, quilted piece on the front and the back. This is actually made out of paper. It's just stitched, and I don't have a machine, so everything's stitched by hand. The lighting is also very bad in here. I'm in my workstation, and it's very gloomy outside today, so I didn't want to go out to the my husband's workshop, which really I have the best lighting out there. But we're just going to see what we can do here. I'm going to have some shadows because I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll make it through. I've got some of these little fabric roses. These come on a roll at Hobby Lobby, and you buy it by the yard, and I just cut them off and trim around them and use them different places. I just love those. They're white, and I have to distress them. There's some lace back here, and then just a strip of fabric down the side. Oops, there came something. So the inside, let's see what we got here. We've just got a couple of little books. I took some pictures, and I forgot to take pictures of the little books, but there's 3 or 4 little books in here. I have a pocket here out of some fabric, some ribbon, some more of the little flowers. This is the friend that is possibly going to buy this is kind of going through a rough time, a hard time, and with some health issues, and so I tried to put some real positive reinforcements in here. And this, I'll just do a little bit of it. It says, somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say no till he tried. So he buckled right in, and with the trace of a grin and on his face, if he worried he hit it, he started to sing as he tackled that thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. You know, a positive attitude is everything, especially when you're, you have some problems. If you look at it on the negative side, you're sure not going to conquer anything. So it's always best to look on the positive side, do the best you can. All things beautiful, all things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the good Lord made them all. And that just goes on and on. Like all of these things, they go on and on. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. I love that quote, and I love the print and everything with that. This is just a little tuck, really. It's an old stream and woods and a little building there and some roses and things around it. This is just a little paper book. I have the little bunny on the front. Love that little bunny. I've used it several times. On the inside, it says, I sit beside the fire and think of all that I have seen of meadows, flowers, and butterflies in summers that have been, and that goes on. And then I just put the little girl in there. Let all that you do be done in love. That's 1 Corinthians 16:18. Okay, stick that back. Got to be careful. Let's take these out. This is just a little doily, a pin here with some buttons on it, a flower. I put a lot of circles in here. I love circles, and they have kind of a meaning because a circle has a beginning, but it has no end. It goes round and round and round. It starts, but there is no finish, really. So I put quite a few circles in here, and you'll see them throughout. And this says, within the pages of this grandma's scrapbook, a story will unfold of love and home and priorities and making memories worth more than gold. So set a spell and take it in and write if that's your will, because the pages of this tattered book are here for you to fill with love from Grandma. This says, be an encourager. And it says, it is far more effective to be a person who encourages others than it is to spend one's time finding faults and criticizing and judging people, and that just goes on and on. I love that reading. I just ran across that the other day, so that's new to me too. But it is just a really good thought, a really good reading. Tuck it back in there. And let's see what we've got back here. Oh, I love to sit in silence. I think this has been in every book. I love to sit in silence beneath the shady trees and listen to the songs of birds and the buzz of the bees. I love that. Absolutely love that. I love to sit in silence too, but my mind won't stop. It just thinks all the time. Let no one, this is a Mother Teresa quote, and I've used this so many times and used to put it in my newsletters that I made. I've just used it in lots of things. Let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. Be the living expression of God's kindness. Kindness in your face and kindness in your eyes and kindness in your smile. What a good thought. This is just a little tuck. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. So true. Oh, I forgot to show you on the back of all these. I think, if there's nothing on the back, it's not finished. So on the back of all these, we will have the same thing. I did put the fern leaves on some. And let's see what we've done here. Okay, that one. And this is just another tuck. It says a rose garden. Whoops, I'm shading the, let's see if I can use this hand. Just a little print. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. That's a good quote. Okay, let's keep going here. See if we can do this kind of fast. There's another circle with some roses on it. Little cottage. I know a little cottage where everything's just right. The windows bloom with tulips. At dusk, there's candlelight. And that goes on and on. I've used that 2 or 3 times too, and I love that. I choose joy. Love this rickrack. Got this little trim at Hobby Lobby, and it comes by the yard. And at first I didn't know what to do with it because it is so roughly, but I've used it a time or two now, and it really makes a good edging, and it really looks nice once it's distressed. That big flower comes on a roll too at Hobby Lobby. Okay, and this says, God created the rose in the likeness of a woman. The rose represents beauty, the stem represents strength, and the petals are soft as skin, the fragrance pure and sweet. The leaves represent arms outstretched, always loving, always giving. Each time you look at this rose, remember God made you special. And then there's just a doily. That's just a doily that I cut from, and I cut some of the little petals off of it. And I see some glue strings. I will get them out of here. I haven't even, this was a real, I was trying to get it done to get it off to her for Thanksgiving if she does go ahead and give me the okay to do that. And so I've got to really go over it. I think it's too late now to get it there by Thanksgiving, but we'll see. Moonlight and Roses, I love that print, and I just put some Hobby Lobby paper behind it, a piece of lace up here, a flower button, some fabric down here, another one of those little flowers, a key, a button. Okay, and this is just a tuck, a pocket with a tuck, and it says, whoops, here I go shading it again. Words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic. Wow. Love that. Absolutely love that. Words. Yes. I love the written word. I'm not one for these technical little thingamajiggers, tablets and all this stuff, or reading. What do you call those? iPads and things. Oops, there's one I missed. No, I want to hold the book in my hand, and I want to highlight it and write in the margins and all that, and put my own thoughts in there, because as you can imagine, I have a thought on everything. Okay, what a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't happened yet. Wow, now that is a super duper thought. Yes, absolutely. Okay, that's just a doily that's stuck in there, and it comes out back in the back, and I just put a circle on that. Here's a circle on this side, some lace down the middle, and I just love this image with the little silhouette on there, so I thought I'm going to put that in the book somewhere. So it's really just Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, the poem, and from ages ago, but I just love that, absolutely love that, and it just fit in here perfect. Have the little flower, the doilies, the lace trim. I'm going to quit using that lace trim because that just reeks of Hobby Lobby, doesn't it? Everybody's got that trim. So, but I bought a couple yards of it, so I'll use it up before I quit. This is seed envelope, and I actually put mustard seed in there. It says, if you have faith, even as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. I absolutely have faith. I have tons of faith, and I carry a little mustard seed chart with me all the time, and pray sometimes with that thing, holding that thing in my hands. Okay, let's see what these are. just have some buttons and some different types of fabric just tucked in here. Another little circle with a bear on it. Some rickrack up there. The Touch of the Master's Hand. That's about the old violin. That's a long reading, but I love that. Just absolutely love that. I love old quotes, old sayings, old poems. I love for stuff to rhyme. Anything that is old or seems like it came from the olden days, it just pulls me right in. And may God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. And then that goes on and on. That's quite a long reading there too. And we won't do that because I want to get done and get this posted. Sometimes I have to do this 2 or 3 times to get it right. The difference. I got up early one morning and rushed right into the day. And that goes on and on. And it talks about, you get up and you think you don't have time to pray right then. And you go on and things go wrong here and things go wrong there. And then the next morning you realize, okay, if I take time to pray first, maybe the day will go a little bit better. And it usually does. And this is a little poem that I said I've carried around for years and years. And I put it in gift bags and that I leave on tables when we go out to eat. We don't go out that often, but just anywhere we go where I can leave a little something. I love to do that. So this says, I like to make a difference. God has given me a place on earth to be here for a while, and I hope that as I'm passing through, I can make somebody smile. I want to make a life easier for all the ones I meet, and I ask God for his blessings to the strangers on the street. And then that just goes on and on. They all go on and on, like those circles. There is no end to some of this stuff. This is just a little book, another little book and I tore the edges. The backs of all these have the love on them. So it's just the pages, but there's just little birds in here. And there's a window with a bird on a limb. This says, in order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. Talk about inspiration. So that's what that is. And it's clipped here, and there's another one clipped on the other side. And this is the poem, Don't Quit. It says, we kept this on our refrigerator for years and years when the kids were growing up. When they come in and they think something was wrong, I'd take them to the refrigerator and read this to them. And they got to where they just hated that, but it makes a lot of sense. It says, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and when that road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, you rest if you must, but don't you quit. So, and then it goes on and on and on. Just some fabric. I just tear strips, and put it here and there and put a flower on there and put a button on there, just all over the place, all kinds of stuff like that. So this is the little book on the other side. And let's see what we got here first. We'll just lay that aside. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. And that's an Audrey Hepburn quote. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you'll look back and realize that they were the big things. Okay, now let's see what this is. This says, I once was lost, but now I'm found, that red heart. And this is just made out of some paper. The inside too. It says, may you be blessed with someone to care for, plenty to do, something to hope for, and good health too, achievements to be proud of, and someone to love, while it's protected and guided by your angels above. Love that. Absolutely love that. So, has a doily on the outside, paper doily. Okay, this is another little book. And it's just a little, whoops, I've got it tucked here. This is part of the problem with the world today is no one snaps green beans with grandma anymore. Isn't that the truth? I love this. This is the Pearls of Wisdom, Grandma's Pearls of Wisdom, and I won't read just a bit of it. We've used it a time or two, or I have. It says, I've traveled paths you've yet to walk, learned lessons old and new, and now this wisdom of my life I'm blessed to share with you. Let kindness spread like sunshine and embrace those that are sad. Respect their dignity, and give them joy, and leave them feeling glad. I love that. I just love anything that is just kind of uplifting, and I'm really a corny person, a really very corny person. I have another, some roses there, circle, some roses here. And this says, the secret to having it all is believing you already do. And then that clock down there. And then have a little pocket here, and in the pocket was, and it's going to be again, And this says, on the wings of prayer, our burdens take flight, and the load of care becomes bearably light. And it goes on and on, the little birds on the limb. I love birds. Love birds. Love birds. Always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. Yes. I always think positive. I'm a firm believer in the power of positive thinking. I have enough books on that I could probably sell them all and buy somebody a nice used car. Okay, the best things in life are the people we love and the places we've been and the memories we've made along the way. Love that. Another circle, some more buttons, which are also circles. A little duck on a circle, some lace, and just different kinds of lace down here. This says, today only happens once. Make it amazing. That's a powerful thought. And this down here says, appreciate where you are in the journey of life, even if it isn't where you want to be, because every day, every week and month and year and every season of your life, they all serve their own purpose. And then this is a quote that I found on Pinterest that I told you. With the last book, I thought it kind of reminded me of the Whitney Houston song, or I think Dolly Parton sang it too. But it says, I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you all have all you've dreamed of. I wish you joy and happiness all the days of your life, but above all, I wish you love. And the rest of your life starts right here and right now. Okay, and this is, whoops, there's another little string. I'll get them out, though. I'll have them out. This is little things. A crumbled bunch of violets in a chubby little fist. A tired mother gladdened with a sticky little kiss. And there's a little girl running to her. I had to tear part of it away to get it all in here. And there's a puppy dog mom standing on the porch holding something in her hands. A big pile of, it looks like a big pile of leaves right there on the front porch. Okay, once upon a dream. And then there's a little bird down here. And this says, down here it says, this book is full of circles, and there's a reason for that, dear friend, because circles have a beginning, but as you know, they have no end. I've got a little duck up there with that. I love those little circles. Love the circles. Have just tons and tons of them, and I'm going to be using them, so. Okay, and that's the end of the book. Well, I'll be jiggers. We got to the end of the book. 17 minutes. So that's it. This is going out to our friend if she wants it after seeing the video. If she doesn't, it'll be up for grabs. This is the $57 size. I was afraid it wasn't going to fit in the $7 box, but I think I can make it. I have to sit on the box to tape it, I think. But no, I think it's going to be fine. Remember, these books are homemade books. You may see a little glue here and there. I'm trying to be really careful with the glue. I will get the strings out that I just saw, the glue strings. I like the little tattered strings that hang from the different things. And I do that on purpose. I tear this fabric instead of cutting it. So I will have the little tattered edges. I love that. Love the stuff sticking up and nothing matching on size or any of that. So, but this is a homemade book, so it's not going to look like it came from Doubleday Book Company, production company. It's going to look like a homemade book that was made at the kitchen table, because that's exactly where it was made. So, if that is not your style, you know, you might ought to check Amazon. If you're wanting a book, or get one from one of the more professional bookmakers. I'm going to get that thread if it's the last thing I do. I've been doing these books for, oh gosh, since the late 80s or early 90s, but I've just gone to the distressed look early this year, and I love the distressed look. Absolutely love the distressed look. I always did the shabby chic look before, but this is so me, and the grandma books are so me. So I really enjoy putting these together, even though there's hours and hours and hours into one book. By the time you, you know, pick out your paper, and then you coffee dye your paper, and you bake it in the oven, and then you iron it, and then you scorch it with the iron, and, you know, there's just so much. And then all the rags have to be ripped, and so many different kinds of rags go in one book. So many different kinds of rags go on one page. So there's just so much to it. Well, I'm taking up my time talking, and I said I was going to do it. I did it in 17 minutes, and here I'm coming up on 20. So that's it. My links will be below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I'd appreciate you doing that. I have a Facebook page, Junk Journals from Grandma with Love, and I'd love for you to follow that page. Just come on over and I'll click you in. I need to fix it where you can just click in and you'll go in. I don't know how to do that, but I'll check it out. We also have a website. I've studied holistic health and wellness for over 40 years, and our pharmacy is in our kitchen. We do home remedies on everything, and we're pretty good at what we do. So we have a website for that, and that's been kind of put on the wayside with these books and my daughter's schedule. She's been working so many hours at the radio station. But we're going to get back on that website too and really get it cranked up again. And then my Facebook page, Kay Comer. You'll see the link. Just click my name wherever you see my name in any of these junk journal groups or right here. And go to my Facebook page. I do a daily journal, my daily journal, 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes more. And I just tell stories. I mean, it could be anything. It could be about health, just anything. It could be about these junk journals. You just never know. My book is not, my Facebook page is not for gossip. It is for inspiration, motivation, spreading love and laughter and trying to help us all lift each other up, and that's what we should be doing. I also have a Facebook page, The Encouragers Club, and you can click that off of my page, find the link on my page. So thank you all for watching. I've talked way too much. Everything will be below. Look through the links. Click on what might interest you. And I have 4 orders that I have to do right away. I don't know how much I'll get done this week because I cooked 2 days before Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is always at our house. So I have a really, really, really busy week just cooking. And but I'll get them started anyway and then get those out as soon as I can. And then I'll have another one up for grabs. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your patience with me trying to learn to do these videos. I am just not good at this at all. I appreciate you all very much. And thanks again. Love you all.